Notre Dame 56, Tennessee State 3, and for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houck, and it went down just about kind of like as expected. A little bit of game pressure early in the first quarter after a Notre Dame fumble and some short field situation for Tennessee State, but Sam Hartman, we've talked about that before. In the first half, Hartman went 14 of 17, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, rushed for another touchdown as the Irish ran to a 35-3 halftime lead. Hartman's day was over at that point as Steve Angeli and Kenny Minchey took over in the second half. But particularly impressive about Hartman's game today was a 6-play, 80-yard drive that took just 38 seconds in the last minute of the first half. I mean, he's just unstoppable on that drive. He finally got the tight ends involved in the game. Mitchell Evans caught 3 passes. Holden Staes caught the touchdown pass. And like I said, 35-3 at halftime, and the Irish go 80 yards in 38 seconds. Just super impressive, no question about it. Second half, Steve Angeli took over. He was 8 of 11 for 130 yards himself. A couple of nice 40 and 42-yard touchdown passes for him. They weren't really long passes necessarily, but good on-target passes and some good running after the passes. Kenny, all the way to the end zone, he had 130 yards passing. Kenny Minchey also saw action today in mop-up duty. The defense got involved in the scoring in the third quarter when Clarence Lewis, nickelback Clarence Lewis, stepped in front of a Tennessee State pass, made a tackler or intercepted the ball, made a tackler miss him, and he went 33 yards on the pick six all the way to the end zone. A nice play for him. Total yardage today for the Irish, 557 yards of total offense. That's awesome. To 156 yards for Tennessee State. So you can see the Irish really firing well on both sides of the ball. Through 2 games now, they haven't given up a touchdown. They've just given up 2 field goals. Marcus Freeman post-game talked about how he's grown as a coach. You know, a year ago he started at 0-2. This year he's 2-0. That obviously signals some growth, and he's actually quite pleased, obviously, to have Sam Hartman on his side. He communicated, about Sam Hartman. He says, he's not perfect, but I'm sure glad we have him. Freeman also commented on how honored he was to be part of this first ever Notre Dame game against a historically black university, pointing out that, of course, as he has an African-American coach, that the history made today was very important to him, and he was quite honored. We then talked post-game to Sam Hartman, and I think it's obvious that Sam is enjoying the success and of this team, and he's also enjoying his just skyrocketing popularity. But I think he has it in perspective. He commented on all this adulation when asked about it. He says, it's greatly appreciated, but you know that it's fleeting. So you don't get too caught up into it. That's maturity. That's over 3,000 snaps. That's a 24-year-old man with some great insight into life. A nice touch, I thought, by the university today in honor of the great Jimmy Buffett, who passed away last night at the age of 76. During a break late in the game, the familiar strains of the song Margaritaville was played over the stadium sound system. A wonderful moment for me personally. Everybody got up and danced, and it was just such a great moment for me when 2 things that have meant so much to me in my own life, Jimmy Buffett and Notre Dame football, were able to merge in that fashion. So a nice tribute in the stadium for the late, great Jimmy Buffett. Next week, the Irish will be tested on the road at NC State. The Wolfpack, they won their first game this weekend against Connecticut, 24-14, so they're 1-0. And will certainly be a test for the Irish, as Sam Hartman said. But he does have some familiarity with ACC teams, and he knows that North Carolina State will be a real test. So the Irish, 56-3 winners today, and they're 2-0. So for Fighting Irish Preview and fightingirishpreview.com, I'm Phil Houck, and that's a wrap.